Whether you're racing indoor karting, outdoor rental karting, or even all the way up to shifter karting, braking is what makes the most amount of difference. In this video, I'll show you how to do it most efficiently. Threshold braking is the best for rental karting. In rental karts, you need to keep the revs high, and because you're dealing with many different corners, the key is to apply the correct amount of brake pressure for each specific corner. A tight corner, such as a hairpin, will require a lot firmer, sharper braking than a wide open, flowing, very gentle corner. This allows you to slow your go-kart down quickly and sufficiently to take a corner. When done correctly, it also helps you keep your momentum up and your revs high. With heavy braking in karting, as we have a solid rear axle, you'll find when you press the brakes really hard, the back will start to rotate. Now, this is good in karting because you can use that to your advantage. If you can get the back to rotate, the back of the go-kart has redone a majority of your steering, so you need to put less input onto the steering, which means you'll be scrubbing less speed off and you can go faster and beat your friends. Once the rear end has eventually started to rotate, you can gauge when you need to get onto a throttle pedal, and then you can get onto that efficiently, smoothly, and power through the corner. You also need to find the limit of hard braking, because if you press the pedal too hard, you'll find yourself locking your wheels and spinning. This will slow you down, obviously, but it might also cause crashes in the meantime behind you and other drivers around you. It's also really important to establish a consistent braking point for each corner. You won't learn where the best place to brake is on your first lap. This comes with many, many laps. You want to get a consistent point, maybe a Marshall post, and use that as your braking reference. If you brake too early, brake a little bit later than Marshall post. If you end up braking too late, brake a little bit earlier. You need a solid, consistent reference. For example, I'll use Pier 5. I've chosen this because there's a lovely, nice bit of scenery which I can use as my reference point. I'm going down into hairpin 1, and on the left hand side there is a massive floodlight bar. This is my braking point, so I'm going to brake hard. I'm going to brake in a straight line. Once the kart has started rotating, I can feel it on my bum. That's the joys of karting. You can feel everything. Once it's started rotating, I will then put on the steering lock, accelerate where needed, and I will exit the corner away. If you're new to karting, I have a whole playlist full of many different techniques which will help you drive faster, better, and beat your friends. I've got a playlist, I've got many videos. I've got tips for driving in the dry, for driving in the wet, overtaking, other tips which I, as a professional go-karter, know, and I'm sharing on with you guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and keep your eyes out for the next installment of Tips for Beginner Karters.